Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Pastor JC coming at you live on this Wednesday afternoon. So many great things happening, and God is on the move, and I'm so grateful for it. And I just want to pop in today and remind somebody to fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. As I was thinking about this earlier, my mind went back to when I first started running, when I first decided I wanted to become a runner, and I first started running. I ran for a little while with a friend of mine. His name is Shane Jenkins, and he's younger than me and had been running. He was in the military, and we set off on runs, and I could only run a mile at the time, and would get tired and weary. And one day we're running along the sidewalk side by side, and I'm looking down at my feet and just watching myself run and making sure I don't hit any cracks on the sidewalk or anything like that, and just making sure the stability of my feet and all of that. But I didn't realize that I was doing myself a disservice by looking down. And Shane said to me, "Hey, look up. Get your eyes off of the concrete, get your eyes off the sidewalk and look up, because in looking up, it opens up your throat, it opens up your airways, and it helps you to be able to run better, it helps you to be able to breathe better. You maintain strength and focus." And as I got to thinking about that, I thought, there are so many times in my life where life has gotten me down. And, this position of your head is a position of hopelessness and despair. When your eyes are cast down, many times it's in a place because you're sad, you're depressed, you're feeling hopeless, despondent, whatever it might be. And we look down, and sometimes we just need to stop looking down. The psalmist said in Psalm chapter 121, "I will lift up my eyes to the hills. That's where my help comes from." I want you to envision this pilgrim as he's walking down the road to Jerusalem with maybe his eyes downcast and his head downcast, and yet he knew Jerusalem, sitting on the hill, was the place where God's presence dwelled. And he said, "I will lift up my eyes to the hills." So many times we've got our eyes on everything else except for that which is important, our Heavenly Father. We're looking down at all of our problems. We're looking down at all of our struggles. Our head is downcast because we're going through circumstances and situations that we don't understand, or may be difficult for us, and we may feel like we are in those situations unjustly, and we don't understand why we're going through this, or what God is doing to us, so to speak. And our eyes are downcast, maybe because of our own faults and our own failures in life. Our eyes become downcast. We become hopeless. Maybe because of the faults and failures of other people around us even. Somebody's hurt us, or somebody's being mean to us, or someone's mistreated us, or someone said something, and immediately we go into this place of despair and depression, and our eyes get cast down. But I'm telling you today, we need to change our perspective. We need to take our eyes off of the situations around us. We need to take our eyes off of the battles and the struggles in which we are engaged. We need to take our eyes off of the personalities and attitude problems and issues of other people around us. We even need to get our eyes off of our own attitude problems, our own failures, our own struggles. We need to turn our eyes to Jesus. We need to see Him in the fullness of who He is, because when our eyes are on Jesus, everything else comes into focus and comes into perspective. There's an old song that said, "Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in His wonderful face. Then the things of this earth will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace." If you're feeling depressed, if you're struggling today, if you're hurting today, if you feel in need today, if you're worried today, if you're scared today, if you're concerned about your future today, stop for a moment. Take your eyes off of all of those things and turn your eyes to the heavens. Look to the hills. That's where your help comes from. Your help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. You just have to fix your eyes on Him, because He's the author and the finisher of your faith. So get your eyes off of the road before you. Get your eyes off of the situations around you and look to Jesus. I love you today. God bless you. Take care.